If this is your first time joining us for Bonnets and Bottles, hi, my name is Chioma. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Cee Cee's Closet NYC. And Sunday nights at 7, we like to get together. We have our bonnets, we have our bottles. I'm drinking up on water today because we got to stay hydrated, trying to keep that skin clear, And we're going to be reading AITI stories from Reddit, and we're going to be judging. So I hope you got your Judge and Bonnet one and you're ready to get into it. We're going to have so much fun tonight. I encourage you guys to share your opinions, share your thoughts. This is a judgment zone. This is not a judgment-free zone. This is a judgment zone. So get ready to share your judgments while we are here on Bonnets and Bottles. Welcome in, everyone. And if you have any questions while I'm going, feel free to pop them in the chat. I'm always happy to chat back. Sorry, let me adjust my camera a little bit. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much for joining and welcome. So I'm going to be looking at the comments on all of them. And we will have a special code for tonight, which is BB20. Where you'll get 20% off while we're doing Bonnets and Bottles, and we'll be live until a little bit after 8. So make sure you guys go ahead and use that code if you want to shop us while we're doing Bonnets and Bottles. I'm wearing the Omalara bonnet today. She's such a cutie. Very secure, high quality, elastic. We love to see it. And boom, and I'm gonna give you guys just a couple more minutes to have more people come in, and then I will go into our first story of the night for this March 23rd Bonnets and Bottles edition. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, beautiful. And I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. And boom, that is ready. And let me just quickly say to my YouTube fam, and we'll be ready to go. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining on TikTok. Thank you for joining on YouTube. Hi, and thank you guys for joining on IG as well. I'm so excited to have all of you guys here for our Bonnets and Bottles tonight. We're about to get into some things, and I just want to make sure you guys have the link for bonnets. And then we are ready to go. Perfect. And then you guys are getting 20% off with the code BB20. Thank you so much, Sun. Hi, Jamie. Welcome. Perfect. And welcome in. Welcome into my YouTube crew, to my IG crew. I'm so happy to have you guys here with us. And we're going to get into our first story. Lovely to see you, Jamie. And welcome into everyone on YouTube, on Instagram, and on TikTok. Welcome to Bonnets and Bottles. And if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the chat. I'm always happy to chat back. And I do want to hear your opinions. We're going to start in with the first story. And we're going to start in hot. We're going to come in hot, and then we go in here. This one, I'm really interested to hear what y'all have to say, because I was going back and forth on this one. So I'm interested to hear what y'all have to say. Am I the a-hole for agreeing with my daughter that it's weird that their friend's mom has access to their conversations? Ooh, look at, we have a weirdo. All right, bye, weirdo. My daughter's 14 years old and has a friend, Chloe. She and Chloe have been friends for a little over a year, and Chloe's mom, Gina, is someone I consider pretty strict. I was aware she checked Chloe's phone and go through Chloe's, she checked Chloe's phone, and I know a lot of parents do this, but I found out a few months ago through my daughter that she'd respond through Chloe's phone to Chloe's friends, including my daughter. It was never anything overkill, just Chloe can't talk right now. She's busy with homework or whatever. I thought it was odd, but I didn't say anything to Gina about it because it's her life and her business. I got a call from Gina this afternoon, and she was, oh, here we go. I got a call from Gina earlier this afternoon. She was very pissed off and told me that my daughter was rude. I needed to start monitoring her, what she says. I asked her exactly what happened, and she said my daughter gave her an attitude via text. I was still very confused and asked her what she was texting, why they were texting. Gina became exasperated and snapped through Chloe's phone, and I told her I'd call her back and ask my daughter specifically what happened. My daughter willingly showed me her text. She had texted Chloe something. Gina had responded using Chloe's phone, saying that Chloe was busy. My daughter replied asking when Chloe would be available to talk. Gina told her when she was ready, stop texting her. My daughter replied, you don't have to be so rude. You don't have to be so rude. Da 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 da. You said you don't have to be so rude. Gina said she wasn't being rude. My daughter said yes, Gina was, and also called her a weirdo for using Chloe's phone. Not she called the mom a weirdo, but it is weird. I told my daughter next time to not engage. I also did say it wasn't kind to call someone a weirdo and not to do it again, but that I also understood her frustration. I didn't punish her. She seemed receptive to talk, and I left it at that. I called Gina back and told her I had spoken to my daughter and she'd handled the problem. Gina started ranting about how I need to monitor my daughter's phone and have some things that she talks about. Have I seen some of the things she talks about? She started on crushes, rants about teachers, saying that there were times that my daughter badmouthed me when frustrated. And I said, that's all fine. I'd rather her have a space, oh my God, I can't speak, a safe space to vent to her friends. After all, she's a teenager. Gina kept pressing the issue about what would be done, and I told her nothing. I spoke to my daughter and handled it. Gina said, but she insulted an adult. And I told her I handled it, but my daughter also didn't say anything that wasn't true. Gina was acting like a weirdo. Now Gina is angry with me. My daughter doesn't care that I said all of this. However, my husband thinks that I shouldn't have said it, and that it didn't solve anything. Gina can parent how she wants. I said I never commented on Gina's parenting until she undermined mine. Am I the a-hole? Okay, first of all, Gina is doing a lot. Like, Gina is doing a lot. I'm gonna share my opinions and we're gonna judge. I think that as an adult, I feel like when it comes to parenting, people are very touchy. So you really shouldn't comment on anyone's parenting unless you're ready to have some type of fight. So that's like the first thing. I think that when Gina was like, oh, you need to be doing this with your daughter, that's when Gina opened the door. And old girl just walked through it, okay? Mama just walked through it. Gina was the one who opened the door, all right? She was saying, you should do this. When Gina opened the door, she walked through it. Now, a mature and healed person can see an open door and not walk through it. But most of us are not there. Most of us are not there, and I'm not one of the people who's there, okay? If you open the door for me 9 times out of 10, I'm finna walk right through it, okay? Because you asking for my opinion, you opening the door. I'm finna walk through it, okay? So, fair enough. I see why she got defensive, because old girl started insulting her parenting, so chill. I think that Gina's mom, I think when it comes to checking your kids' phones, I feel like today, I know like every generation says this, but I feel like there's just so many dangers for kids today that I cannot blame a parent who periodically checks their children's communications with others. Because there's like weirdos online, there's so many chat rooms, there's so many DMs, there's so many, I am not opposed to you checking your child's communications because there's just too many dangers out here. Too many dangers for you to not be on top of it. And I feel like if that's the best way, but I also do feel like I do think that the best way to keep your child safe is to have a relationship with them where they feel comfortable telling you what's going on. And I think that I understand being a strict parent, but it sounds to me like Gina's mom doesn't have the kind of relationship where she feels comfortable, engaging with her. So that's the only thing. But I do, yeah, Gina's mom was doing a lot. She was being a weirdo. I feel like also doing the back and forth texting response to someone's friends through their phone is weird. I would just be I would be looking through the text, but I wouldn't be responding. And also maybe it's because she's older. People don't expect you to respond right away to every text message. So I don't even think the response of oh, Gina's busy right or whatever the girl's name is, Chloe's busy right now. I don't think that response was necessary. Because you know what happens when you don't respond to somebody's text? They leave you alone. So they get a response. Like, unless it's like an emergency, then they'll follow up. Thank you so much for the donuts, Ren. Unless it's an emergency, then they'll follow up. But you don't need to be responding to other people's. Like, I think the responding to your daughter's friends through her phone is weird. I don't think that needs to happen. But checking her phone, I'm completely fine with. Check that. Check that. Because these kids be getting into all types of crazy shit now. They be getting into all types of crazy shit nowadays. So check them. See what's going on. All right, let's see what the crew got to say. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to Bonnets and Bottles. I hope you have your bonnet, and I hope you have your bottle. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Hi, Brittany. Welcome, baby. Honestly, that mom stood on business. The mom stood on business to, oh, are you talking to which mom? Are you talking about Gina? Or are you talking about the mom who's writing? Because Gina's mom Miss Gina opened the door. She just stepped through it. She just stepped through it. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome in, welcome in. You said the OP per. I agree. She's asking her what would be done. None of her business at all. No, like, she actually, like, her coming in, like, being like, what's the punishment? Da, da, da. Are you getting off on somebody punishing their child? It's very weird. It's very weird. And how she punishes her child is none of your business. It's giving strange. It's giving particular. Gina needs to do, Chloe, I'm just happy that Chloe has some friends. She said, dude, my parents checked everything. Granted, we didn't have a personal phone. I think I actually don't have an issue with parents checking their kids' phones. And, like, I think I'm like 30, I'm 32 now. I'm 31. I'm about to be 32. And when I was younger, I probably, like, if I was in college, I would have been like, no, it's just such an invasion of privacy. And, like, all that stuff, I would have been feeling like that. But, like, now that I'm older, like, and just seeing the dangers, especially with what kids are dealing with today, the internet is a very dangerous place. Like, I would be checking my kids' phones. I'd be checking their text messages. I would also be checking their social media for bullying. Because what you not gonna do is gonna be bullying my curly Sue. No, I'm gonna get your parents involved. We gonna talk about it. We gonna come to the table, talk about it. Because the bullying that these kids are going through is too much. And I would be checking for those things specifically because y'all not gonna be giving my kid a complex, okay? Not after I'm speaking all this life into my children. No. The internet is crazy. I'm not a mom, but girl, no one will ever tell me how to be a mom and handle my kids. And that's the thing, I'm not a mother either. I'm not a mother. But what you're not gonna do is tell me how to raise my kids. Because if you're not paying them kids' bills, you ain't got no say. I'm sorry. You ain't got no say. Unless you cutting a check, I don't gotta listen to what you gotta say. It's that simple. You said it's too much. Internet is crazy. Internet's insane. Wait, let me make sure I'm not leaving out my YouTube crew. Welcome in, welcome in. If you guys have any commentary on the story that we just read, feel free to go ahead and share it in the chat. And we love to chat back. But my TikTok chat is hopping, and so is the IG chat. Welcome in, my loves. Gina lit a match, but didn't want no smoke. She really did. She didn't want no smoke. Not you are the glowy's mother. I ain't got no biological children. Hi, Shy. Welcome in. We drinking and we judging. I hope y'all are staying hydrated. So let me know what y'all sipping on for Bonnets and Bottles. And we welcome all types of sips. I'm sipping on water tonight because I gotta keep the skin aglow. Cause I seen a little acne spot starting. I was like, ooh, girl, you're not drinking enough water. You gotta get up in that water, baby. Gina lit a match, but she didn't do that. But also, no, I think texting a child is weird. Like, I was just like, the texting back and forth with kids is weird to me. Like, other than like, oh, Chloe's not coming to the phone, she could have ended it at that. I don't have kids either, but if people try to tell me what to do with my child, not today saying, girl, they asking for it. You fucking around. You finna find her out. You effing around. No, ma'am. The only one with the beer. Am I the only one with the beer in my hand? It's allowed. Listen, whatever you sipping on. Sometimes I sip on tequila. Sometimes I sip on some Moscato. Sometimes I be sipping on some on an IPA. Today is water. Because I told you I had a little pimple starting, and I was like, "Ooh, girl, you need to flush that system." We got Will Powell Art is sipping on. Winter Powell Art is sipping on Coconut water. I love it. I love it. What you got? What y'all sipping on? Y'all, she said exactly. She's a weirdo. Very strange. There's no issue with checking kids' phones, but telling someone how to parent is like, mind yours. Vanna, tell her. Vanna, let her know. Because she was doing too much. Hi, Cass. Welcome in. Welcome in. I know I'm a little late to the comments, but you know, while y'all commenting, I do have to finish reading the whole story so we can get the full picture of our judgments. Okay? Thank you guys. Y'all are so sweet. I love you so much. I mean, I think if you like a glowy niece. Thanks, Red. Run said, ma'am, you are not my mother. Congratulations to the winner. Make sure you guys keep running up those likes, comments, and shares. I'm sipping on that water, baby. I'm not the only one with the beer in my hand. I'm here for the beer, Vanessa. I'm here for the beer. Drink what you want to drink. We don't judge. We're not judging on the drinks. It's almost 5 at least. Girl, it's 7 p.m. here in New York. I could be sipping on some wine, but I chose clear skin today. I chose clear skin for tomorrow. We sowing the seeds for a better tomorrow. Welcome and congratulations, Smith. I'm just rocking a soda. I should get out the soju. A little mixed drink situation never hurt nobody. A little mixed drink never hurt nobody. But that was our first one. That was good. That was a good one. But Gina asking for them hands. That's what Gina's asking for. But, you know, to each their own. All right. Next one. Am I the a-hole for getting my boyfriend the wrong gifts for his birthday? When just reading the title, if he told you what he wanted for his birthday and you got him the wrong thing, you're being problematic. But let's get into the story and see what the OP has to say. Because my answer right now is yes, you are. But let's see. Because I'm on the side of the girlfriend every time. I'm on the side of the girlfriend every time. But let's see. Is this going to change it? My boyfriend really likes Warhammer 40K, but has never played it. This is very specific. He has a few boxes of figurines and paints that have been sitting untouched in his shelves for 4 years because he's always too busy with his full-time job and his after-work classes. He also really enjoys Helldivers, which he manages to play for a few hours every week. And he's a big fan of board games, especially strategy ones like Axis and Allies. Okay, she let her man. That's her man. She gonna stick beside him. Okay. He once told me how much he loved playing it when he was younger. When there was a World War II edition, he got excited and talked about how cool it would be to play. Recently, I went to the local Warhammer store, and he mentioned some figurines he was interested in, so I took pictures of a few boxes. His birthday's coming up, and I put a lot of thought into his gifts. I know he likes graphic t-shirts, so I found 2 really cool Helldivers t-shirts in a retro style, which I know he will love. I also got him the Axis and Allies World War II board game because I remembered his nostalgia for it, and I thought it would be a great bonding activity for us. See, that's her man. She's sticking beside him. She really sticking beside him. I don't have patience for these games. Then, however, he hates surprises, and he mentioned it to me many times. So when he asked about his birthday gifts, specifically whether I had gotten him the Warhammer figurines, I told him I hadn't, but I had picked out other things I thought he'd really like. This set him off. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I do not need to be on this boyfriend's side. Oh no. Oh no. He got really upset and asked why I didn't get him what he wanted. I explained that I didn't want to buy something that might sit unused for years. So I chose things that he could enjoy now. I told him I'd be happy to get him Warhammer stuff in the future, but I didn't want to buy it just for the sake of it sitting on the shelf. In hindsight, I realized that my choice of words wasn't the kindest. She did. There was some judgment on that. She did sprinkle some judgment. Yes, she did. She did sprinkle some judgment. But you know what? I'm still sticking with her. Let's see. I was hurt by his reaction, so I decided it was best to leave. I didn't want to argue any further, especially since it felt like it was he was being combative with everything I said. He agreed that I should leave, and then told me he wasn't sure our relationship was gonna work out. Shit! Sheesh! Okay, girl. She's sticking beside him, he ain't sticking beside her. He is not sticking beside her. Whew, that escalated quickly. Now I'm torn. Part of me thinks I should return the gifts and get the Warhammer figurines like he originally asked. I understand his argument that it's his birthday and he should get what he wants, but part of me also feels that it would be rewarding bad behavior. I love him very much. He's never reacted like this before. So am I the a-hole for choosing gifts instead of Warhammer figurines, even though he mentioned wanting them? Is it really that cold out in these dating streets? Are we just all looking for shelter any which way, in any which place? Ma'am, you have a grown man freaking out at you, spending your hard-earned money for some presents. And he didn't even know what the presents you got him were. He freaking out at you over some toys that he has a grown man job that he could probably buy for himself. Excuse me? Girl, Winter, is it ever that serious? Is it ever that serious? Ma'am, you see, this is the problem with being single. This is the problem with being single, because anything is an excuse to leave, okay? Anything is an excuse. Sir? Over some toys? I know you fucking lying. Couldn't be me. Nope. Winter said, I'd be leaving stage left, to the left, everything you own in a box to the left, and also in the closet, that's my Warhammer figurine. If I bought it, please don't touch, cause what? Oh my gosh. Man's done lost his mind. He really lost his mind. Ooh, Chile. All right, let me see what y'all gotta say on TikTok. Cause what? What? And here I was thinking I was gonna be on the boyfriend side. Done caught me slipping. Ooh, Chile. On a school night, I'm kicking with the water purr. I love it. I feel like I'm about to be mad at the boyfriend. Girl, we mad at him for show. Ren called it. He needs to be grateful. I was like, she got him a present. She got him a gift. I'm too comfortable with my peace for this nonsense. Girl, Winter, you and me both. Like, that man done lost his mind. Ren said, boy, bye. I feel like he wanted an excuse to end the relationship. I don't care what he want. He's just acting crazy. He also needs some therapy. But ending the relationship over some figurines? She said, I love him very much. I don't think he love you, boo. I do not think he love you, too. Did I miss a day when good men were handed out? Girl, me and you both, girl. We must have been studying or something when they was handing out the good ones. Like, over a gift is crazy. Over something that she bought for him is crazy. Because it'd be one thing, because I was like, it'd be one thing if, like, her other gifts weren't thoughtful. But I'm also wondering if she didn't tell him what she had actually gotten him. Because I think, like, the graphic tee thing, very cute. The other game that he said he was really nostalgic over, very cute. So it's like, it's not like the other gifts weren't thoughtful / in line with what he says he wants. So very weird. And not even about, the gifts were really nice. That man needs to be embarrassed. It's the hard out here dating. He said it's hard out here dating. That's why I say single. No, girl. The streets is rough. I might could just stay on the sidewalk. I might could just stay on the sidewalk. I didn't say he wasn't crazy, just saying he was doing the most just to do it. Fair enough. He's acting like she forgot his birthday. That's like the thing. She didn't even forget his birthday. You said he's acting like a toddler. She thought about him. And got him a gift. He's tantruming. No, he's like literally like, this is how grown men be now. Also, the fact that she's out here going to these Warhammer stores with her, she a real ride or die. And that's like the thing. I feel like this girl, that's how I'm feeling so heartbroken for her. Because she's really giving ride or die energy. Like, she's out there playing his board games with him, going to the board game store with him, doing all this board games. And then maybe she liked the board game stuff too. Maybe she liked the board games and food. Maybe she's like, that's why she loved that man. But if it was me, that's how you know I'm in love. Because you're not going to catch me at the board game store. You can catch me outside. How about that? Like, no. You're not going to catch me at the board game store. Nah, she loved him for real. And he is not appreciating it. She need to go find someone who appreciates her. She can hang out at that store, find somebody else who like those same games that they like to play. Find herself a new boo who's mature. Chile. All right, y'all. On to the next one. More crazies in the sea. Am I the a-hole for selling my clothes instead of giving them to my sister? As a sister, I'm going to say yes. But let's find out. Unless you're the little sister, then you're well within your rights as the little sister. Okay. I, 15-year-old female, have a younger sister, Cadence, 11-year-old female. Yeah, you're the a-hole. Sorry. We are close in clothing size, but I'm pretty thin. She likes to beg for my old clothes, but at any time I've given her some, including the ones I wanted to keep, but was forced to give up. She either manages to destroy them the first day she has them, or wear them once and then they sit in her drawers for the rest of eternity. She basically throws them out. We also go clothes shopping every season, so we both end up having a lot of clothes. All right, girl. She said we got it like that. She said, Mama, Daddy fit in the bill. I don't really want a giant stockpiles of clothes that I don't want anymore, but I don't want to give them to Cadence either since they just go to waste. I decided to start selling them to my friends and classmates by posting them on Snapchat and Instagram. It also works out since my parents don't give us allowance and have my own pocket money. I made a lot of money by doing this, over $100 saved. You know what? She's an entrepreneur. I can't blame you for being an entrepreneur, girl. Unfortunately, she found out after. I refused to give her a sweater. I sold it to one of my friends already, and she told my parents. They basically busted my door down and demanded to know why I was selling my old clothes. Because she's an entrepreneur. I told them that Cadence doesn't take care of her clothes like I do, and that I'm tired of letting her let them go to waste because it's not like she doesn't have her own clothes anyway. They got mad and said that she's my sister, so I should be giving her my stuff, and they said it was selfish of me to sell my clothes instead. They demanded I give them the money so that they could buy her replacements of the clothes that I sold, and tried digging through my room to find the money, but luckily I was smart and hid it well. Yo, this girl, she's gonna take over the world. She's gonna take over the world. Now I'm grounded, and they say that if I sell my clothes, I either have to give them the money or they will take my phone away. They also say that they're going to do a backpack check to make sure I don't sneak any clothes out. I feel bad since they're my parents, but I should probably listen to them. Am I the a-hole? Absolutely not. This is them trying to stifle some young entrepreneurship, and I don't like it. I think that here's two things. First of all, once something's not yours anymore, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. So her mistake is that she still has some sentimental attachment to these clothes, and her sister is destroying them. You have to, like, when you're saying that you're done with something, because clearly you weren't done with it if you still care about what's happening to it. Because me, when I give something up, I don't think about it no more. We on, it's above me now. Like, we not together no more. So you got to really let it go. And if you're not letting it go, you weren't ready to let go of it. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I do not think that these parents should be stifling this young entrepreneur. She could be you never know. She could be the next Jackie Aina. Okay. She could be the next. She could be up next. She's entrepreneurial. She's using Snapchat to make that cash. I love it. I love it. She said, I got a good sense of style. I got good taste. I'm going to monetize that. I'm here for it. Her parents should not be stifling that. They should not be stifling it. And especially since they're buying both her and Cadence new clothes every season. Cadence don't need that sweater. Cadence don't need that sweater. Cadence don't need it. So I think the parents, I think her doing it without telling her parents, that is a problem. Cause I was like, how are these kids getting the money? Also, I don't know how many items that she sold that she only got she got a little bit over $100. I don't know how many items that she sold, but she might be very vastly underselling some expensive things. So that's also probably the issue too. But the parents should definitely be encouraging her entrepreneurship. We need more female entrepreneurs. We need more. I can't hate that hustle. Listen, can't knock the hustle. At first, I was not on her side. I was with Cadence. Me and Cadence was rolling. We was down. And then when I found out it was entrepreneurship, B. I gotta side with the big sis on this one. Not the a-hole. It's not like her sister's really going without. She can't wear them anyway. That's like the thing. The sister's not missing out. Like, she really gets her own set of new clothes. It's true. The parents are doing too much. They both got the same amount of clothing. It's favoritism to take from the older sister. I don't know if it's favoritism, because this is clothes that she's getting rid of. So she's literally saying, like, I'm getting rid of these clothes. So it's not like so for her, she's like saying, she's very clear that these are old clothes. And I think that the sister sees her clothes, because it's what little sisters do. I'm a little sister. I'm guilty of this too. I'll see something on my sister and I'm like, this is her shirt. So I see something on my sister, I'm like, so you know what? I understand. But I think so she's saying that these clothes, she no longer wants them. So that decision is coming from her. So I don't think that there's favoritism in the parents from doing that. I think like the sister's like, oh, I just want your old clothes, even though she destroys them. I think her being so attached to these clothes that she doesn't want anymore, she got to work on that. Because maybe she does still want them. Maybe she's just like, she might be one of those people who just likes things really nice and neat, and she doesn't have enough space for them, but she still wants them. That could be tea. But she gotta let go. She gotta let go when it's not hers no more. But I like the entrepreneurship. I would never stifle an entrepreneur. Never. The parents are doing a little too much. Hi, Kyra. How you doing, baby? Sweetheart, if you're on this live, you could be the next Chioma. You're so sweet. For real, though, the girl's a serious business and up and coming. No, I'm here for her business chops. She's definitely underpricing those items. Because I was like, I don't know how many items. It depends on how many items she sold. Like, if she sold like 3 items or 4 items and she made over $100, outside, baby girl's breaking it in. But if it's like 10 items, 20 items, then she's probably underpricing it. She's probably underpricing it a bit. Hi, Linda. Oh, thank you so much for joining, Linda. We're doing Bonnets and Bottles right now. So we're reading stories from AITA and then from Reddit, Am I the A-hole thread, and we're judging. And we got our bonnets. I got my bottle. Tonight I'm sipping on that water. So let us know what you're sipping on, and we'll get into it. She thought she was going to side with the Chioma, but she sided with the Uchenna. You know what? I can't knock the hustle. I can't do it. I meant that the parents taking money from the older's favoritism. They both got the same clothes. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. I was like, if anything, I would take the money and save it for her. But like, Because if it's like, if they might just have like a thing where they don't want their kids to have money that they don't know about, I think that makes perfect sense as a parent. I would want to know about my kids' funds. Like, I would want to know what they have money for. So if they come home with anything new, any surprises, any changes, I'd be like, what you up to? You know, I understand that. But giving it to buy the other kid more clothes is crazy. She could have given her sister one item though. Why? Listen, why would I give you one item when I can sell it for $50? Parents are just mad that the hand-me-downs aren't being handed down. I get that, but at the same time, she seems to me like she's like, old girl's doing a lot. She's doing a lot. Oh, also, does anyone want to come up for and chat during the next one? If you want to come in and talk for the next one, you can go ahead. I'm gonna invite all my girlies. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh. Oh, that was fun. Okay. All right. Next one. He said, not $50. She's selling these items for $5. She might be selling them for $5. She could be selling them for $20. We don't know, because she didn't say how many items were sold. She said she had sold a couple of items. And I don't know what a couple means to a 15-year-old. Because a couple of items could be 3. A couple of items could also be 15. But she might be the next Depop star. You don't know. I'm not gonna go into right now. Walter's here and he's making, oh, no worries. It might be the parents' problem. Fair enough. It's true. It's true. He said selling Gucci for $5. Not selling Gucci for $5. Fair enough. Hey, Juju. Welcome, beautiful. We're about to do the next story. Oh, thank you, Guardian Angel. You're so sweet. We're going to do the next story, and then we can get your live reaction. All right. This one is supposed to be pretty good. Am I the a-hole for watching one of my brother's DVDs without checking with him first? This is going to be interesting. Why does your brother have DVDs? My 27-year-old brother, I'm 27-year-old male, and the brother is 33-year-old male, writes professionally about television, and for the shows that he's assigned to cover, he gets advanced screeners, meaning he has access to all or most episodes before they air. I didn't fully know how this worked. I thought everything was digital, and he had to log in a special streaming platform or something. Well, apparently some networks still send him DVD copies. Because I'm at his house, I'm pet sitting his dog while my brother's away for a couple of days, I ended up binge watching a show that I heard, was quite good, but it hadn't watched it yet. I thought the whole show had aired already because the DVD was in his player. Again, believing advanced screeners were all digital. I didn't know that only 2 or 3 episodes had been released by now. That was my bad. Anyway, at some point, I posted a story on IG praising the show, and in the picture, you could see the frame of an upcoming episode. My brother called me immediately after seeing the post, asking me to delete it, and then venting about how he could have gotten him in trouble. That this was an exclusive for the critics, and I shouldn't have watched anything without checking with him first. I tried to explain to him that I didn't know, and honestly, why would I have to check before watching a DVD? It would be the same as checking if I could take a book off the shelf and read it. Am I the a-hole in this case? All right, Juju, do we think that this person is the a-hole? I think... At first, when I was first reading this and they were talking about DVDs, I thought he was gonna be pulling up a special video that the brother had made that he shouldn't have been watching. But to just find out that it's just an advanced screener for a TV show, okay. Here's my thing: just because somebody invites you into their home does not mean that you have access to everything. Okay? Just like if I say come to my house, it doesn't mean that I want you in my sock drawer, in my underwear drawer. Okay, like you should definitely be asking for permission before getting into people's stuff. And then knowing that your brother has this job where he has access to information that everyone else doesn't have access to. It's like, oh, my brother is the president. I'm just gonna check out his iPad. Oh, I didn't know that you got special CIA briefings on your iPad. Come on. Come on now. What say you, Juju? Juju, are you there? Oh, is my phone not on? Juju, I had my volume off this entire time. Have you been talking this whole time?
I've been trying to talk.
I'm so sorry. All right, girl.
What was going on.
Huh?
I didn't know what was going on.
Girl, I have my phone volume all the way down.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, girl.
It's all good.
Because I was like, it's flashing, but Juju not saying nothing.
I mean, yeah, it's like bleeping, but I don't even hear myself.
Okay. All right. So can you give me a recap of what you think? So, is the OP the a-hole for watching his brother's DVD without permission?
Yeah, cause they in a house. You know what I'm saying? She could have called and said, "Hey, yo, bro, can I watch this DVD that you got in the, text?" I mean, communication is key.
Yeah, and it's like it's also so easy to just be like, "Oh, can I watch this?"
Yeah,
because it's like she's like, "Oh, it's a show that I heard was popular," and I was like,
No,
come on now. Because who really be holding on to DVDs of shows these days?
Because if the tables was turned and that happened, she would have been pissed off too.
Trust. So. And then this is like the job is literally advanced screening. Like,
yeah, I mean, this is his job. You know what I'm saying?
You messing with his money.
Job. Yes. No. She need to take that as an L. Apologize. And keep it moving.
And also, let's be so freaking for real. He really did not have to post it on Instagram.
No.
He didn't have to post a screen. You could just be like, "Oh my god, this show is so good." Because me, if I'm posting a story about a show, I could just take a screenshot of the show cover, of like the show graphic.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be posting some scenes from a show knowing that your brother is getting advanced copy. You know what? This little brother was trying to get him in trouble, honestly.
He was doing a little bit too much.
Too much. He was too excited.
Too excited.
Too excited. Not y'all being like, he's the asshole. Hey, Kara. Said, you know what no, exactly. Like, I think it's like, if he didn't know what his brother did for a living, if the brother was very hush-hush about the job, okay. Fair enough. But you know that he's getting advanced information. You know what you did was wrong.
Yeah, she knew that.
He knew.
Ooh. Come on.
Exactly. Check that it's not work related. But I will be smelling the discontinued and unreleased stuff in my house. Jamie. Not Jamie trying to get kicked out of my house. But yeah, an invitation to my home is not an invitation to my unreleased scented dry oils. No.
That's just like coming to my house and you deleting one of my DVR shows. You know what I'm saying? By accident. You had no
business. Ain't had no business. No business.
You ain't had no business there. Okay.
Well, Brittany's saying that the brother should have had a disclaimer on his DVDs. But I'm also just like, I feel like here's my thing.
No.
If I go to somebody's house, like, I don't expect them to be going through my DVDs to look for something to watch. Like, we literally have Netflix. Like, we have Netflix, we have Hulu, we have Prime, we have too many choices. We got Max, like, we got too many choices.
If this DVD doesn't have, like, a cover on it or...
No, because the brother knew what show he was going to see.
Oh, don't touch it. Don't touch it. You don't know what's on there?
He knew what show he was going to see, too. And I was like... And I know that they weren't... I don't think they were sending it out with all the frills. Yeah. I don't think so. And you said at the very least... Oh, no, this is a guy. The person who... The OP is a guy. At the very least, he should have asked before he posted on social media. He really should have. That's the bare minimum. But he really... Because honestly, let me be so real. if my sister was a critic and she was watching TV shows in advance, I would be watching those. I would be watching them DVDs. I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch them, but I'm not gonna be dumb enough to post about them.
But the thing
Okay.
about it is,
I'm not gonna be dumb enough to post it because I love me some TV, so I will watch. I'll
I'll
be
be
watching the whole
watching them
season.
with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd be like, what time are we reviewing this?
Exactly.
Like, what time are we? What
doing
time
this
are we getting together to talk about this?
Right.
So, but you said Brittany's saying that the brother should have taken more precautions. But I feel like you just don't expect someone to be digging through your DVDs. I don't know. I just feel like it's weird when there's so many options for watching TV. It's really weird. You said, but you'd be watching with Chetty and not behind her back. Fair enough. I mean, if Uchenna told me that I couldn't watch it, I probably would go and grab them to watch it. Because I would need to know, because especially if she was watching advanced screening of White Lotus or something like that. Girl, what you talking about? What you mean I can't see it? I'm sorry. I'm not waiting with everybody else. Because I personally think that all shows, they should just release everything the first day and let us live. Thank you so much, Elijah. You're so sweet. But you would never post. Oh yeah, no, I would never post it on social media. I'm not trying to have her lose her job. Because also, if she loses her job, I also lose the access to the early access to the shows. Like, come on now, you gotta think big. You gotta think. You gotta think big. You gotta think long term.
That's crazy.
But that one was he should not have been in his brother's DVDs, and he definitely should not have been posting it on social media.
Oh yeah, he thought he could get away with it, and it's not gonna be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll be all right. It's just a DVD. It's just a film.
Yeah. You said, why did the author even write in? This author wrote in because he wanted to get people to agree with him that his brother was being too mean to him. But he didn't see that his brother was clearly not mean enough. Brother was not mean enough. Okay. Let's do another story. And this will be our second to last story of the night. Okay? Are y'all ready? Juju, thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate you, baby. I'm going to send you down, okay? Thank you, beautiful. All right. Am I the a-hole for publicly telling my ex-coworker that I don't like them? We love a workplace drama. Okay. I, 32-year-old female, ran into an ex-coworker, Sarah, 31-year-old female, at the bar while I was out with friends celebrating my birthday. Clearly non-work related event. Okay. We worked together for 2 years at a fast food restaurant. Oh, yeah, Sarah can get the business. I left this job in January of 2025. She was a shift lead and I never liked her. I didn't like her management style or her personality. She said no personality, no management style. Dead for Sarah. Okay, we not banging with Sarah at all. She came up to me at the bar. We had a 10-ish minute conversation. I thought it was a cordial and polite. She was mostly asking me questions about my new job. She asked if I would recommend her for a job at my new company. Ooh, this is a case that Sarah can't read the room, honey. Sarah can't read the room. Ooh, Chile. I got a job at a call center. Nothing glamorous. I told her that I wasn't comfortable with that. She brushed it off with a bad joke. I ended the conversation and walked to the table with my friends where we're at, and Sarah follows me. I didn't notice until I got to the table that she sat down next to me. Oh my God, Sarah, read some social cues. She just said, what? Oh my God, my friends introduced themselves and I was thinking, without thinking, I said something along the lines of, I don't like you. Can you please leave? Now she said, I don't like you. Can you please leave? Oh, Chile. I have autism and I could tell that was not the correct thing to say. Everyone seemed uncomfortable and Sarah was visibly shocked and upset. My friends were shocked and confused. They assumed Sarah was a friend or someone I invited to the table. They had zero context of who Sarah is. Okay, I'm so sorry. Sarah made a scene and told me that I was a rude, a bitch, and a bunch of other things. She said that I embarrassed her. She embarrassed herself by following me to my table uninvited. And yes, she knew it was my birthday. I do feel bad, no, and know that I could have formulated a polite response, but she's a former coworker and an unpleasant one at that. I have many stories about her, but the worst example is that she made jokes about my autism and deafness multiple times. She's fake nice, and her friendship style is bullying people. She has a very icky vibe. Oh, I don't care about Sarah's feelings. I don't care. Sarah's out here mocking you for being autistic and deaf. That's crazy. Sarah can go. I don't know what Sarah wanted from me. I wasn't gonna hang out with her, especially not on my birthday. So am I the a-hole for telling her bluntly that I don't like her? Absolutely not, because Sarah cannot read the room. You might be the autistic one, but Sarah clearly needs to work on her social cues. Cause ma'am, why are you going to tables uninvited? Bye, Sarah. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm actually done. Thank you for coming through, Juju. I appreciate you, baby. Nah, she dragged Sarah for filth. She said, I don't like your management style or your personality. You got nothing for me. Nothing. I can't even be mad. I have coworkers like that. You know what? I feel like, after saying that, no, I'm not going to recommend you for the job, I feel like that should have been clue enough that this is not the relationship that you thought it was, Sarah. Like, what's not clicking, Sarah? What's not clicking? Clearly, Sarah needed to be told. Clearly, Sarah needed to be told. Because for me, if I had asked somebody for a recommendation and they said no, I'll be like, oh, okay, so it's not cool like that. And I would be walking away to cool off. I would be walking away. But Sarah said, Sarah can't get a clue Johnson, said, I'm gonna keep on going. She was doing too much. Doing too much. She said, I don't like you. No, the I don't like you had me cracking up. She said, can you leave? I don't like you. Why do you even go here, Sarah? I'm done. Hi, Joy. I can see why Sarah doesn't have many friends. Girl, me too. Like, Sarah, you tried to get me several times and thought I was gonna put a good word for you. Like, Sarah was out here trying, old girl, trying the OP, making fun of her, being rude, and she still had the not. But you know what it is? This is why everyone needs to have audacity. Sarah is a prime example of you just have to have the audacity, because the fact that Sarah is still asking for job recommendations, knowing who she is and what she did, crazy. So put yourself out there, people. Put yourself out there, because the Sarahs of the world are out here just moving. Holy, that's so crazy. Sarah is so wild to me. But you know what? We can learn a little something from Sarah. Put yourself out there. Have the audacity of a Sarah in your next job interview, you guys. You tried to you made fun of me and now you need help, girl. And you see, you guys will be like out here. Yeah, you have to learn to be a kind Sarah. You guys will be out here doing immaculate work, being incredible co-workers, and still being afraid to ask for the recommendation. And the Sarahs of the world are out here putting crap into the world and still have the audacity to ask for recommendations. Y'all too good. Y'all need to be out there asking for your recommendations too. Tell them, Kyra, she doesn't even go here. Nope. Absolutely ridiculous. I need the confidence of a mediocre white man and the audacity of a Sarah. Girl, yeah, you do. She sure her name is Karen. I'm done. You know what's so funny? I met like the sweetest Karen the other day, and I felt so bad. Because I was just like, I can't unhear the Karen of it all. The cheek, the nerve, the gall, the audacity, the gumption, You need it all. We need it all. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the kind words, you guys. Make sure you guys keep running up those likes. We're going to get into our last story of the night. And we're going to do Am I the a-hole for wanting to divorce my smothering husband after his deportation? Sheesh. Okay. This one's going to be a deep dive. All right. They have a TLDR at the bottom. There's also tomorrow's Monday, and they have a therapist appointment. This has been heavy. They just want opinions because they feel like everything is a mess. I changed names, etc., and did some formatting. I, 33-year-old female, have been married to my husband Marco, 36-year-old male, for 8 years. We have 2 sons, Leo 4 and Ezra 7, and I have a daughter, Maya, 15, from a previous relationship. I told Marco early on that my kids were a package deal, and he said that he was fine with that. Okay, well, it seems like you only have 1 kid. Then the other 2 kids are with him. Okay. Marco disclosed that he was undocumented, visa overstay, and had type 2 diabetes. I supported him fully. Clinics, paperwork, everything. Every tax season, I urged him to prioritize fixing his immigration status. Every year, he redirected the money to other things. Cars, friends, anything but paperwork. He worked unstable jobs, odd gigs, splitting pay with friends, while I worked full-time, sometimes 2 jobs to hold things together. His health declined and he stopped taking his insulin, saying it made him feel worse. He said he felt emasculated by not being able to work. I comforted him as much as I could, but I reminded him his health had to come first. When he could no longer work, he stayed home with the kids. I was working and exhausted, but he would constantly call me at work to complain that Leo had a dirty diaper and he couldn't change it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. This doesn't sound real. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. And he couldn't change it. Okay. He said he was too sick. He'd either wait for Maya to come home or demand I leave work. I told him I couldn't keep doing that. Not her having to leave work. Shortly before he was detained, which I've covered in other posts, Maya came to me and said that when she got home from school, she was the one taking care of the boys. Marco would be sleeping or playing Xbox, saying he was too sick. I was furious. I told him it's not Maya's job to parent his children. Ironically, 2 days later, he was detained and eventually deported. That's not ironic. I feel like people forget about the irony. Anyways. Now living in Colombia, Marco has become even more demanding. At first, I helped financially, but his requests escalated. When I tried setting boundaries, he guilt-tripped me, eventually found a remote job, but started complaining immediately. He said his therapist doesn't understand him because she's Colombian and has never lived in the U.S. He won't look for another. Okay. He now calls and texts excessively. If I don't respond fast, he spams me. He even started calling Maya at school when I didn't answer. She recently blocked him. Yeah, like the fudge? That's crazy. When Ezra tried to show him artwork, Marco ignored him and tried to and he was trying to get freaky over video chat. I told him I wasn't okay with that, and he said that I didn't love him. Every call is a 2 to 3 hour event about how Maya ruined his life and how he did all that for her. He says he doesn't hate her, but he can't have his family because of her. I told him that I will not move to Colombia and he will not separate my kids to just send the boys. He said that I have a control issue. That was my breaking point. I blocked him. Oh, so y'all not together no more. He wants to be texted every morning and night, wants to know when I'm home safe, and if I'm sick or offline too long, he loses it. I think that wanting to be texted every morning and night isn't crazy, but like the excessive calling and text is a lot. He even suggested I move out with Maya and leave the boys behind so I can move faster and make more money. What? Oh my God. I said, no, I won't overwork myself again and I won't separate my kids. I now live with my sisters, Hannah and Michelle, and for the first time in years, I feel supported. I've dropped my second job. I'm focusing on healing. He hates that I did that. I recently blocked him after another meltdown. He accused me of not loving him because I won't send nudes, then ranted again for hours. I've tried everything. I even visited him once in Colombia. It's beautiful, but I don't see a home for us. And honestly, I'm scared that if I took the boys to visit, I'd never get them back without a fight. Fair enough, girl. I understand. Okay, so basically the total rundown. Husband Marco was deported last year after years of ignoring his health and delaying immigration paperwork. I supported him emotionally and financially for years. working 1 to 2 jobs, raising our kids. Now from Colombia, he's emotionally overwhelming, calling nonstop, guilting me, and accusing my daughter of ruining his life and pressuring me to send the boys to him. He refuses therapy, won't respect boundaries, and rarely checks on our kids. I finally blocked him. Am I the a-hole for wanting to divorce him and move on? Girl, I would say this. A man who does not care about his kids can do anything. So I think you need to move on. Move on, honey. Why? Like, also, why would you send the boys if he couldn't take care of them in the first place? Because he was refusing to change a diaper. I thought you couldn't change diapers, sir. I thought you couldn't change diapers, sir. But my thing is definitely not the a-hole. Some people, some people are a propeller. Other people are anchors. This man is giving anchor tease. You need to let him go. You need to cut him off. Cut him off. Because even when he was here, he wasn't helping. So, are you really losing anything? Inquiring chums want to know. Yeah, he gotta go. Not yes, I said it. Not let him stay deported. She said bye. This sounded so crazy. Oh boy, husband has issues to begin with. You know what, Kyrie? You ain't saying nothing wrong. He gotta go. Xbox, but you can't take insulin. He's definitely a man with Peter Pan syndrome, because that's so crazy to me. Juju said bye-bye. Wife called the authorities. Is the ironic part. Oh, she called the authorities? Did I read that wrong? No, because she just said eventually 2 days later he was detained and eventually deported. She didn't say if anyone called the authorities on him. Okay, all right, girl. I was like, sheesh. I was like, damn. I was like, that's kind of fucked up. That's kind of messed up. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, Kyra, you really had me. You had me going. Thank you for the orders, you guys. Leave the parental child alone. He really needed to leave. He was doing too much with Maya, and I didn't like that. That like kind of pissed me off because like Maya's out here, she's taking care of him and her younger brothers. Like it's too much. It's too much, and I appreciate that the mom was trying to protect her daughter's youth and like allowing her to be a child. So I really do appreciate that. Like she seems like she's just like a really good mom. And the fact that you had to move in with her sisters to feel supported lets you know everything that you need to know about her husband. He's saying some weird stuff. He was very strange. But it sounds like he just wants to make sure she isn't moving on. Yes. I think that he's afraid of being left behind for sure. But yeah, he needs to do. She said, you right, I don't love you. No, he's doing too much. And also, why are you gonna be asking for nudes while like your child is in the room? Like that's crazy. Like she's like, oh, I don't want to see my kid's artwork. I'm trying to show me some tatas. That's crazy. And sending the boys is definitely a no-go. He didn't want to change diapers. Not being changing diapers is crazy. Blaming the child is also crazy. Girl should have filed for divorce last year, right? At least get Maya therapy. I think that she's starting therapy. I'm sure Maya getting therapy too. His deportation is the best thing that could ever happen to her. For sure. He was an anchor around her neck. So I was like, not you not making money and you doing all this? She will read that in about 5 minutes. Bye. Bye, Jamie. I wouldn't be surprised, Law. Men like that will end up, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I didn't like it. Especially when his health was declining. I feel like with him like refusing to like take care of his health, and when he had the opportunity, and then just like also refusing to do what he needed to do to be able to be there for his family, it's just a lot of abdication of responsibility, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But we came, we judged, and we sipped. So I'm here for it. Thank you guys so much for another fabulous episode of Bonnets and Bottles. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. It is always a pleasure to be able to talk with you guys and share the fun times. Good night to my YouTube crew. Make sure you can join us next week at 7 for another episode of Bonnets and Bottles, and we will have this one available on our we'll have this one available for you to rewatch. I love you guys. Bye. And yes, I can do makeup, and I did my makeup